Let's talk about DNA, shall we? That squiggly little molecule that acts like a biological instruction manual for everything from growing fingernails to deciding whether you'll cry over sad commercials. But here's the twist. What if DNA isn't just about day-to-day stuff? What if it's hiding something much bigger, like secret instructions for humanity, waiting for the perfect moment to unleash some grand cosmic joke on us? You know, like surprise. Everyone gets a tale now, not so funny when it's your turn, huh? Here's the thing, nature has a history of playing the long game. Ever heard of bamboo? It flowers once every 120 years. And not just one random bamboo plant. It's like a synchronized orchestra of stalks blooming together across entire continents. All at once, like the world's slowest flash mob. Then there are cicadas, those noisy little insects that spend 13 or 17 years underground, plotting their big above-ground debut. It's like they're the original introverts, biding their time, waiting for their moment in the sun. And then they all show up to scream in your backyard. These are what scientists call biological timers. They're like nature's version of an alarm clock, except instead of waking you up for work, they're set to go off every century or so to trigger mass flowering or bug raves. But here's the million-dollar question. Could humans have something like this lurking in our DNA? Some kind of ancient programming ticking away, waiting to flip the switch on a grand surprise. Spoiler, if it's true, we're totally unprepared. Let's think about this. Our DNA is already full of mysteries. Scientists call some of it junk DNA, but isn't that just the kind of thing you'd call something you don't understand? It's like looking at a UFO and saying, oh, it's just swamp gas. Junk DNA could easily be the hiding place for secret instructions. Maybe it's holding on to some ancient ancestral memories, or a blueprint for something we haven't even evolved into yet. Or maybe it's where all the embarrassing family recipes are stored. Who knows? And we've already got some timers in our biology. Take telomeres, for example. They're these little caps on the ends of our chromosomes that basically count down every time our cells divide. When they run out, it's game over. Your cells stop dividing and you start falling apart like a dollar store toaster. It's like your body's way of saying, thanks for playing. Better luck next time. Then there's puberty and menopause, those lovely little milestones programmed right into your genes. Who decided it was a good idea to give teenagers the ability to reproduce, but not the ability to make good decisions? Talk about poor timing. But here's where it gets really interesting. In nature, these biological timers often serve a survival purpose. Bamboo floods the environment with seeds to overwhelm predators. Cicadas' prime-numbered cycles are designed to avoid syncing up with predators' feeding schedules. It's all about beating the odds. So if humans have hidden timers, what are they waiting for? A zombie apocalypse? An asteroid? The next season of Stranger Things? Maybe it's something more subtle. What if these timers are responsible for sudden leaps in human creativity or innovation? You know, those times in history when everything seems to click, like the Renaissance or the invention of avocado toast. Or maybe they're responsible for the darker times, too. What if there's some dormant gene that makes us collectively lose our minds every few centuries? That could explain Twitter. And don't even get me started on dormant viruses in our DNA. About 8% of our genome is made up of ancient viruses that infected our ancestors millions of years ago. Most of them are harmless now, but some scientists think they could still influence things like our immune systems. Or, you know, they could just decide to wake up one day and say, surprise, we're in charge now. Imagine explaining that to your boss. Sorry, I can't come into work today. My ancient retrovirus is acting up, but let's take this a step further. What if these timers aren't just about survival or evolution? What if they're tied to something we don't understand yet, like planetary cycles or cosmic radiation? What if every few thousand years, human DNA activates a new stage of development? Maybe we all suddenly grow wings. Or maybe we just get slightly better at parallel parking. And of course, science fiction loves this stuff. From 2001, A Space Odyssey, where a monolith jumpstarts human evolution, to Darwin's Radio, where a dormant virus drives the next phase of humanity. It's like writers can't resist the idea of DNA as a ticking time bomb. But the scary part is, sometimes fiction isn't that far off from reality. After all, we didn't even know what DNA was 70 years ago. Who's to say what we'll discover next? Maybe the answer to all our problems is hidden right there, curled up in our chromosomes, just waiting for the right moment to pop out and say, ta-da. Here's the bottom line. If there are hidden timers in our DNA, we're probably not ready for what they'll bring. Maybe they'll save us. Maybe they'll make things worse. Or maybe they'll just give us something else to argue about on the internet. But one thing's for sure, nature loves a good twist ending. And if you think you've got life all figured out, there's probably a bamboo stalk somewhere laughing at you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment with your wildest DNA timer theories, and subscribe for more content that keeps you up at night wondering if you're secretly a science experiment. See you next time.